King of the castle. King of the castle.
Exactly, stealing the show last night. Let's take you straight to the action. Victor Wemby and the Spurs are going to close out this series against the Timberwolves. Early second, Stephon Castle finds Wemby off the pick and roll. Wemby finishes while falling out of bounds. Spurs out early in this one. A couple minutes later, Carter Bryant misses a jumper right there, but Castle there on cleanup duty. Gets it back into the hoop. Spurs on a 9-0 run. Impressive strength from Castle right there. Spurs up 19 after the made free throw. How about Ant-Man? Attacks Wemby at the rim, but Wemby's 7'4". You can't get over him. Come on now. Spurs pushing in transition. Castle finds Bryant for the alley-oop. Spurs, everything coming up San Antonio in this one, and they start the second quarter on a 20-0 run. Next Timberwolves possession, Jaden McDaniels finds Ant-Man in the corner for three. That's good. Edwards would finish with 24 points on the night. Take it to the third quarter. De'Aaron Fox gets it to Wemby, gets the bucket over Rudy Gobert. Wemby with 19 points and 3 blocks is a regular night for him. Castle again gets open, drains the three. Spurs lead 94-73. Castle again, I told you he was going to work last night. Works off the screen, hits another triple, and he's on fire. De'Aaron Fox, open look. I don't know why. We're all asking the same question. That three is good. Under a minute left in the third. Castle drives on Edwards, gets the layup to fall. Yeah, bully ball is right. Castle would finish the game with a high of 32 points and showing all 32 right there also. Castle driving again, finishes off the glass. And during the ensuing Timberwolves timeout, check out Ant-Man. Goes over to the Spurs bench, shaking hands. There is 8 minutes left still in the game. Spurs, they going to win 139-109. Sound up for Wemby post-game.
Just the words conference finals is crazy. Like, it's like something I heard, my whole life. And now being in it is just special.
I think you went down to the Spurs bench with 8 minutes to go in the game. Like, what was kind of the thought process to do it in the middle of the game there rather than kind of waiting for the end?
I mean, at that point, you ain't going back in, so you're just trying to get them the respect they deserve. I feel like you're supposed to build championship habits or playoff habits in the regular season. Yeah, great question. I think so, yeah.
Just a follow-up to that, do you not feel like you'd have?
Do I feel like what?
That you have built the habits during the regular season?
No, we didn't build the habits during the regular season, no.
Anthony Edwards keeping it candid post-game. The Spurs and Thunder will be the third conference finals meeting between teams that won 75% of their regular season games, along with the 1981 East Finals between the Sixers and Celtics and 1972 West Finals between the Bucks and Lakers. The Celtics and Lakers each won their series and the NBA title that season.
Well, after facing elimination, the Pistons were backfiring on all cylinders, Amina. Game 6 against the Cavs, and we pick it up under 5 minutes to play in the first half. Pistons up 9. Cade Cunningham. Listen, he didn't shoot the ball well. He was 7 of 19. He was 5 of 10, though, from 3. The Pistons were up 12. There's a step back over Donovan Mitchell. And then just over 2 to play there, Jalen Duren. Best game of the series for him. 15 points, 11 rebounds. Pistons were up 10. Let's get to the third. And the third is where the Pistons took control. They outscored the Cavs by 11. More Cade Cunningham threes. Again, he was 5 of 10 from distance. He had 21 and 8 in this game. And Detroit got contributions from everyone, including, how about Paul Reed off the bench? He was great for the Pistons in this series. Lays that one in. They were up by 12. We get to the fourth quarter. Talk about contributions from everybody. Duncan Robinson. He knocked down 4 of 7 threes. He had 14 off the bench. Hey, Pistons fans going crazy. They're up 17. James Harden had 8 turnovers. There's one of them. Tobias Harris lays it in. Pistons win 115-94. They force a Game 7, 4th straight win, facing elimination, their longest streak in a single postseason in franchise history.
That's what we've been all season. Back against the wall, we keep swinging. Obviously, the world's seen it in the last series. We just keep fighting, man. We go down. We don't lay down, but we go down, and the world probably is doubting us, probably think that it's over. But man, this locker room, we all believe in each other. We always think we got a chance.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of energy. It's gonna be a madhouse in there. You know, the crowd is going to play as well. You know, they want to insert themselves in the game. I know that, so it's going to be a fun environment for us. And we're excited to get back to the crib.
So the Cavs and the Pistons will face off Game 7 for second time. You know, overall, Cleveland's 7-2 in Game 7s all time. Detroit is 6-5. However, the Pistons are a perfect 5-0. They are unbeaten when they play Game 7 at home in Detroit. That is tied for the most wins without a loss in NBA history.
Being up 3-2 is an advantage for them.
Detroit trying to stay alive.
First 4 wins, though.
Oh, Cunningham lacing a triple. Cunningham, good.
It starts and ends with Cade Cunningham.
Oh, they just grabbed this game by the throat. 16-2 run. It is getting treacherous.
We're not going to go down without kicking, punching, grabbing, clawing.
The Pistons are checking every box.
You're going to have to choke the life out of this team.
We go to a Game 7.
Two best words in sports. NBA analyst Quentin Richardson joins us now here on SportsCenter. Pistons win by 21 last night to keep their season alive. Q, what made the difference for Detroit to force a Game 7?
Man, it was the bench. The bench scoring. The bench for the Detroit Pistons came out 48-19 and trumped them. And I mean, we've seen this before. I watched it with the Orlando series. Detroit got their backs against the wall and they didn't blink. They walked it down and they showed the ability to do that in this postseason. And they talked about it in the previous games. It's the first of 4, not the first of 3, and they were going to do what they had to do to get it back at their home building for Game 7. And here we are.
Yeah, and that was the 4th straight win for the Pistons when facing elimination, their longest streak in a single postseason in franchise history, Brian.
And, you know, that was a really good point by you, Q, because you look at Paul Reed with 19 points off the bench. Duncan Robinson knocks down 4 threes. So now as the series shifts back to Detroit for Game 7, give us the Q-tips for each team. Let's start with the Pistons.
Yeah, I would say it's the same. Stick to the script. You know that Cade Cunningham is your leader. He's going to be the guy that powers the way and does everything that you need to do in the big way. But he's going to need that support, that bench support and that support from those other guys getting double-doubles. Jalen Duren showing up. Tobias Harris has been a constant. But that's the separation. When whichever team is going to get the support from their supporting cast and get great defense but a scoring punch, I feel like that's the team that's going to win. And when you look over to the Cleveland Cavaliers, you're going to have the same situation. You know that Donovan Mitchell has pretty much been the constant, and then you have James Harden as well. Those two guys have been the big guys up front, but they need the Max Strus. When Max Strus can hit 4, 5, or 6 threes and go get 20 and play great defense, they need the double-double capability from Mobley, and they need Allen to be a threat defensively at that rim. So those are the differences. If those teams get support from the others, that's the separation for me in this series.
And when you talk about Cleveland, they need to take care of the basketball, cut down on those turnovers.
Yeah,
that certainly would help. By the way, Game 7, Sunday night, 8 Eastern. Q's going to be back with us a little bit later. Preview the Western Conference Finals.
Yes, sir.
A pack.
We're ready for Game 6. Oh, Castle in the sky. Dug out of there by Fox. Leafy, Wemby, the French flush, and the foul. Wow. I mean, this is just incredible. This is a clinic.
At that point, you know you ain't going back in, so you're just trying to get them the respect they deserve.
A collision course in the West is now a reality. The San Antonio Spurs are headed to the Western Conference Finals.
And Quentin Richardson's back with us to preview the Western Conference Finals. And Q, Rich, before we preview the game, what did you make of Anthony Edwards? I mean, 8 minutes left in that fourth quarter, going over and congratulating the Spurs and basically their entire bench.
Yeah, B, it was unconventional to say the least. It went like in real time when it was happening. I didn't know what was going on, but I mean, obviously, once he got down there, he started to dap everybody up. I just took it like, you know, frustrating moment on his home court, and he probably didn't want to do it after the game. Just get it out the way, albeit nobody has ever seen it done like that with 8 minutes and walking down to the other team's timeout and doing it. And it was, I mean, once you kind of look at it, it was dope to see the team and the coaches and everybody show love and respect. And then when you hear him explain it, like he said, he just wanted to get a team the respect they deserve. They came out there and handled business.
He did see that, but the one thing I thought was also interesting was after the game, when they asked him about, do you think that you guys built championship habits?
Yeah.
He said, no, we don't have it. So is there more to that? Do you think that, are we looking at a frustrated Ant-Man when you look at the Minnesota organization?
Absolutely. I mean, I think so. When you look at the way the series played out, and you look at the way, you know, his team didn't do what he wanted, what they needed to do. When you can look at individual players and their statistics and their stat lines from the series. And I mean, obviously, he's looking at somewhat of the organization saying, like, look, we as a total, we need to do to get back here. Because I mean, you see how Ant-Man is wired. He wants to be in those big games, get advancing in the series, and trying to compete for a title. So he's not happy right now. You can see that much for sure.
Yeah, well, let's look forward to the Western Conference Finals. Spurs Thunder expected to be a heavyweight showdown. OKC, though, 1-4 against the Spurs during the regular season. That's not good. Q, what intrigues you most about this series between the Spurs and the Thunder?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that jumps out, I've been wanting this since I learned about the underlying beef that Chet and Wemby has. This goes all the way back to the international USA versus France when they were younger in high school before they even got to college or the pros. So me seeing the way that they go at each other and the way that Wemby's like the nicest kid in the world, but I feel like he has a genuine disdain and dislike for Chet. And for me to see these two big guys get a chance to go at it in the series is something I'm excited about.
Look, Wemby is nice, but I'll tell you right now, he definitely has that killer instinct out there on the court. So that series is going to be one to watch. Q, thanks so much for the insight this morning.
Yes.